Wake up people, I'm exhausted and welcome back to the channel. I have been on YouTube for a little over a year now. I started the channel back a little into November, a little bit of December-y of last year. So I'm a little bit over a year now, which is fantastic. And I thought I would make a video to kind of let you guys know what I've learned, let you guys know what I'm doing, give some tips to some people that are starting a channel in gaming or with makeup or whatever you want to do. This platform is amazing because you can do literally anything you want within means. Nothing mean or bad. But other than that, anything you want to do is fair game. So, tip number one that I would say, it's one of the more important ones, and there is no order to this list, I just made it. But tip number one for you guys is be passionate about what you do. You should always have a topic in mind that you're passionate about and that you care about. Honestly, going back and watching my older videos, it's mostly because I was new. It kind of looked like I wasn't passionate. I was, but I mean, you gotta have something that you're passionate about and something that shines through into your videos. Otherwise, people are gonna pick up on that very quickly. It's very easy to notice when someone just doesn't care about their topic and is just making something for the purpose of making it, copying their favorite YouTuber, which is okay in a sense. Not totally copy them, but it's okay in a sense to kind of get their vibe. But just be passionate. Pick something that you love and work at it and make content about it. You should always be excited to make the content on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Tip number two is to find your niche or your niche, however you want to say it. How do you pronounce that? Is it niche or is it niche? Let me know in the comments. But find your niche. It's a huge buzzword for these tutorial videos. Everyone says it. Every YouTuber giving a tutorial video will say, find a niche. What does that mean? It's just find a topic that you fit into. Find a topic or a category of video that you want to make. So there's gaming on YouTube. There's survival videos on YouTube with Coyote Peterson. He's a great YouTuber. You gotta go watch him. There's makeup videos, things like that. And then there's people who come out of the woodwork with totally weird niches that you would never think of that totally skyrocket. Now, I'm not saying that every single video that you make has to be an original. By any means, it does not. You can take inspiration from other creators, as I was saying in the first tip. You can take inspiration, you can play the same games, you can wear the same makeup, you can wear the same shoes or clothes or whatever you want. But use your own personality. Don't copy it word for word. Use your own personality. Make it your own. You can make a niche out of your own personality. People will come back to your channel for you. It's your personality. That's why they're there. It's your niche. So find a niche and stick with it. But don't be afraid to try new things and experiment sometimes. Tip number three, find the right editing software and stick with it and practice at it. What I like to do sometimes, what I've been trying to do more lately is on my downtime, which I don't have much of anymore. I'm posting on Sundays now. That's 3 times a week. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot of work. But I love it. I love doing it. I'm passionate. Like tip number one, find the right editing software. There's tons of free ones. I'm going to link some of them down in the description. I personally use DaVinci Resolve. It's 100% free. You don't have to pay a dime unless you want the better version, which I've been on YouTube for over a year now. I haven't upgraded and I'm doing fine. So find the right editing software. What I've been doing is in my downtime, sorry, I went off on a tangent. I have been editing short little videos. I'll record a 5-minute video and I'll just practice new tricks. I'll go on YouTube, I'll type in tutorials for new editing tricks and I'll practice them. And then I'll throw the video away. It's just for practice and that's totally okay to do, and it's good. It'll only benefit you. So yes, find the right software that's easy to use for you and practice before you post. Tip number 4. You should not be embarrassed of your channel. When I first started a year ago, I was embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed to be posting. I was embarrassed to share my channel with people. I was afraid to put it on my Facebook page. I was afraid to talk about it to my friends at work. I really only told my girlfriend and some of the members of my family who were super, super supportive. And it's only recently I really started pushing the channel and telling more people about it, trying to get the word out about it, And honestly, all I've received is support. I didn't get anyone making fun of me for being a YouTuber, especially a gaming YouTuber. I never got any of that. I've only gotten support. And you will too, I promise. Well, I can't promise, but you probably will. And then it can really only benefit your channel. You either don't get a subscriber, or they think it's cool and you get a subscriber. It's really a win-win, because they're missing out on your content, or they're getting it and you're getting a subscriber. Also, I should mention that this isn't a video on how to get 1 million subscribers. I'm nowhere near that. This isn't a video on how to get 1,000 subscribers. This is just really a tip video for new YouTubers trying to find their way and not get totally overwhelmed. I'm just trying to help you not get overwhelmed. Tip number 5, try and set a consistent schedule. And there's some YouTubers that will tell you, don't set a schedule, work at your own pace, which if that's your style, that's okay. It's not super important, but I think it helps a lot. Having a consistent schedule, it makes you work harder, put more effort into your videos. Ever since I added that extra day, the extra Sunday, I find myself working a lot harder on my videos. I put a lot more time into the editing. I come home right from work and I sit down and I record. Before, when I was only doing twice a week, I would just come home and fall asleep. And I'd be like, no worries, I have a couple days before I have to post again. It's totally fine, right? But now I can't, because I got the schedule. Find one that works for you. Your subscribers will see, hey, this guy posts twice a week. I'm gonna come back at that same exact time, 2 times a week, for my content, my regularly scheduled content. And it'll work. People will like it. Tip number 6 kind of coincides with tip number 5. It's don't beat yourself up. If you can't if you can't make a day, if you can't have a video uploaded on a certain day, if you can't record the night before a video is supposed to go up, you forgot about it, or you're too tired after work or after school, if you have something going on with your family, don't beat yourself up. It's okay to miss a day. I promise you, it's okay. This is YouTube. It's not a full-time job for you. You're a new YouTuber, I think, if you're watching this. It's okay. Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. You're just going to end up pushing videos out that you're not happy with. You should be happy with the videos that you put out. You should be happy with the content that you make. You spent a lot of time on it and you spent a lot of work on it. Don't cut such a huge corner, and don't try to push the video out by any means. Don't cut your family off. Don't cut your friends off. It's okay to say, hey, I can't hang out today. I've got to record once in a while. But if you're shutting yourself in your room and never escaping it and never leaving, and you're in a dungeon or in a closet like myself, then that's not good. It's okay to miss a day every once in a while. Don't beat yourself up. It's okay. You'll get it in the next video. Tip number 7. It coincides a little bit with tip number 6, and that is don't sweat the numbers. It's just like don't beat yourself up, only just don't sweat the subscribe count. Don't sweat the follower count on Twitch if you're over there, which I am. Here is my Twitch name. It's right here. Go over there right now and then come back. What did you think? Did you like it? Cool. Anyways, don't sweat the numbers, even though this is a very, very hard piece of advice to give. I wake up in the morning and I go into my YouTube studio and I refresh and I refresh and I refresh, because it's always so exciting to see that number jump up by 1, but it's also so sad and so frustrating when you see that number go down by 1 or 2. It's very frustrating and it can really hurt, but don't sweat it. Okay, work at your own pace. You should put out videos like you're putting them out for 1 million people. You should act as if you have 1 million subscribers, and your content should reflect that, and you should always hold your audience to that standard of like 1 million people or 2 million people or however many subscribers in your head that you want. Hold yourself to that standard. Hold your audience to that standard. You know, it's okay to be posting for 40 people. Just act as if you're posting for 1 million. Keep your content to a high standard despite the sub count. That's what I do, and it works, and it makes me happy to put out a good video that I like, you know, because at the end of the day, it's about you. The video is yours. Tip number 8, we're blowing right through these. Don't worry about the expensive equipment. I have, what is this thing called? I don't know what this little webcam is. It shoots in like 30 frames, and if I move around too fast, I screen tear. You'll see my face get cut in half every once in a while because I shoot in 30 frames and I record in 60. This is the Logitech C920. That's what it is. It's like $50 on Amazon. My wonderful girlfriend got me this beautiful ring light. I don't have super expensive stuff. This is a Blue Yeti mic that I bought off a guy for like $30. I don't remember where I found him. I think it was on like eBay or it was on Letgo. $30. And I'm making it work. You can make it work. You can make things sound good. You can make your camera look good. There's tons of tutorials on how to do that. And as you build your channel and as you save your money, you can practice with the cheap equipment or the budget equipment until you're ready for something new and something expensive. Don't pour all your money into that and then think, why is this not working? Why do I not have 1,000 subscribers yet? It's because it's not because of the equipment. It's about the content. That's what you should be focusing on. Number nine. You've probably heard this one before, but don't advertise yourself on other people's content. It's really tough if you stay up super late recording, you stay up even later editing, you fall into bed dead tired, and then you wake up the next day and there's comments on your videos saying,
"Hey, this is really cool. This is awesome. You should go over to my channel, guys. If anyone in the comments likes this, you'll definitely like my content. It's pretty much the same, only cooler."
It's like, no, don't do that. That's just not cool. It's not nice. I put a lot of work into that, and it's not a commercial for your channel. I mean, it hasn't happened to me very much. It happened to me once, but I didn't like it. I can tell you that much. And I know for a fact that even bigger YouTubers, like with 1 million subs or even more than that, they don't like it either. It's annoying, I guess. I mean, it's only happened to me that one time. I'm also relatively new, so this video is a reminder for me and some advice for you. Don't go around self-advertising on other people's channels. Find other ways, like through your Facebook or through your Instagram or whatever social media that you use to advertise yourself on. Show your friends, have them show their friends. There's all sorts of ways to get your channel out there and to market yourself. Don't use other creators' hard work for your own personal gain. Thank you. Number 10, and I do think that this is the most important one of all. Be yourself. Be yourself. This is YouTube. It's for you. The most important person on here is you. Don't forget that. I'm serious. There's millions and millions of creators, but you should be focusing on one, yourself. Take care of yourself. Get enough rest. Post when you can. Try to make a schedule if that is your style or not, if it's not your style. At the end of the day, the content that you post is reflective of you as a person. And take care of yourself and focus on your health. Don't focus on the numbers. Just have fun. Have a good time. Of course, if you want to make a career out of it, go for it. But do it at your own pace. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I hope this advice helped you. And get some rest.